tuba.
You look like a tuba player.
And the tuba was his main instrument. That was his main instrument. He was the baddest tuba player in the land.
It was not that complicated.
3 buttons. The biggest thing was holding your breath long enough to push enough wind through that big old
The
thing.
biggest thing was holding it.
Holding
We
it.
had the big football
Were you
game.
in marching band?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness, yes. Band camp.
Band camp. Loved it.
This one time at band camp.
My first instrument was a clarinet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you play jazz flute?
No, clarinet.
Jazz flute?
Clarinet.
Jazz flute.
I wasn't a flutie.
He wasn't the flutie. See, I was a stringed instrument. I played the viola.
Viola.
Yes. I would like to start going back and playing the violin.
Okay.
I know it seems random, but that's something I want for myself.
That's nothing. That's
Keyboard is what that was my
Really?
main instrument.
Okay.
I play keyboard, piano.
Nice. Okay, so you got those classical fingers.
I do. Bach, Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, 12 years classical.
Nice.
They were grooming me to be a classical pianist in the
Nice.
symphony. But
He ended up being Dr. Business. He
Yes.
rebelled all the way
I
left.
mean, he
and
might still
said,
got
Like
them
for me.
classical fingers, but
So,
like, I don't see me up there. I just, you know.
what is the difference between a fiddle and a violin?
they are one and the same, sir.
One and the same.
They are, yes. It's just the name
If
of
you're
it.
black, it's a fiddle. If you're white, it's a violin.
Yeah, it really is regional.
Right,
Yes.
and that was a good. I was going to tie into how culture changes the way we look at things, even the way the word. You're right; they're both the same. They're synonymous, exact same instrument,
Make same sound and everything.
like the same
Yes.
sound. You play it
Depends
the
upon
same
who's holding
way.
it.
Yes.
It's just different cultures called it differently, so we view it differently. When you look at fiddle, you're thinking of a guy. And it's like that's what a lot of the soft Southern culture music started. The Southern country out of the hills, the hillbilly music. A lot of that came from the fiddle, from the Scott Irish that came over back in the early
They went down to
1800s.
Georgia.
They came over here.
Catch
Yes.
yourself.
They brought the fiddle style. Now the violin came from the French and the Italian. That way we view it as more classical, more evenly strung, but it's
Elegant,
still
yes.
elegance. But it's all the same instrument.
It is.
But different cultures define it different.
So black people play the tambourine and white people play the timbrel.
Praise him, the timbrel and dance.
Goes off of it and praise and worship, and they got the more gypsy beat. How about lucky love?
That would be the timbrel. Yes.
Okay, that's cultural difference. Excellent. Is there a cultural difference in the way that when I look at attire, the dress and appearance,
I thought
How
you meant
do
on
we-
a car.
attire, A-T-T-I-R-E.
Like, okay.
Attire, what we like right now.
I can see that.
Yeah.
No.
I can see that.
Like right now, like there's the obvious ethnic black hip hop attire. That's their culture. That's theirs. There's the obvious gothic attire. All black, long trench coats, buckles and chains, and black eyeliner everywhere. How is culture defining our mainstream, like who we are, just regular? Like me right now, I feel like I got
Church lady.
I do. I feel like a church lady, or like I'm quite on the verge of, because I got a mohawk, so that ain't quite churchy, but it's almost like,
And your skirt's a little bit too short.
and that's what I was about to say. It's like a stripper librarian, you know, like this is my get up. But as soon as I walk out with my glasses and my funk and wagon on, I throw it across the stage and, you know, change some things.
Well, it's anything
$1
that
bills.
that's
I need more than dollars. Get them dollars. I'm gonna need you to cash them in for some big bones. I need bands to make me dance.
Clothing is really tied into culture big time. You go back to the Dress Act. It was part of the Appropriation Act of 1746 that came from Parliament in Britain.
Parliament Funkadelic.
Not that one.
The Brit.
Did you see how far back you went?
Yeah.
And back then, the Scott Irish was actually in servitude to them. They was under their rule, and so they banned them actually from wearing
Wearing kilts.
kilts. And so because the kilts, Scottish, they have clans, and they communicate through the kilts.
kilts, yes.
Every clan has a different meaning.
Scheme and color, yes.
Different scheme means war. So it was a way of communicating. So through culture, you say everything is based on the purpose of the clothing. Even the urban rap hip hop style of dress has a purpose for their type of culture. And you say the goths, they have a purpose. They're representing their purpose,
dark angel.
their dark angel. So it's just a way of expressing how they feel and that's how they use it through culture. But it's definitely tied in with dress.
I think also, especially at this point, that dress and that transcends like race and things like that, because you'll find Latinos and Latinas with the hip hop look. You can find like black kids,
but even if you
goth.
find them like that, you then think that they're trying to be black. Or if a white person has their pants down to their knees, you think they're trying to be black. They're trying to be hip hop.
In that same culture.
We still put them in the
those
culture,
boxes.
even though they're not of the culture. We just think that they're trying to acclimate to that culture.
But here's the difference. When I see a black person or a white person with yellow, green, blue stripes, like nothing they have on match, I don't think they're trying to be Asian. Because, Asians, they just put on stuff.
Because you got to be smart.
They
for
just
that.
got to be Really? So, you trying to be smart. We know you're not smart. You can't even do long math.
They told on themselves.
Right.
There's certain cultures where you just know.
Like
You're
a
smart, you're
black
not.
kid with like khakis and like a polo shirt.
You trying to be
And
white.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I think it's really important, especially since we as a people, we have to go out of our culture to basically mostly get employment. So we got to understand the culture that's there, the American culture that we have to go into to be able to get employment. I went to, I was in the process of watching an employment yesterday, and a guy came in, he had it said casual dress. But to him, being casual was wearing some jeans and a little rag thing on your head and a t-shirt. So this was his casual.
Okay.
So these type of
He
things.
would have put a jacket on if it was like formal. Still had jeans and the rag on, but he just put a jacket on.
Right. but it has an importance. The way we represent ourselves, we don't think it do. Maybe when we're inside of our spheres, that we understand that. But when we go out here into the world, we have to dress to a
Do as
point.
the Romans.
Yeah, when in Rome, do as the Romans.
We have to acclimate.
Just you don't have to go all the way over, but at least have
To get
yourself
in the door,
Right,
you're
you
going to have to
because
go
if
all the
everybody's
way
wearing
over.
button-down shirts, you got to wear a button-down shirt. If
And
you're
for
wearing
you,
a
that
polo,
might be all the way
then,
over, and it's not.
For you to be accepted in that culture, in that clique,
right,
especially if you want to advance,
right,
because you ain't getting in the country club wearing what you got on type of thing.
Yeah.
exactly.
So you got to wear what we wear
That's
to
true.
go to the same country club. You got to have a jacket if you're gonna go to that restaurant that we're going to,
Right.
because they only accept people with jackets on.
That's right. That's right.
I was in the Pentagon, and I remember being gone for 2 years in Afghanistan. When I came back, I saw this gentleman, nice brother, had on nice suit like that Steve Harvey, looked clean, dapper, but he had a straight up mohawk. And I was like, how? Like, how? How?
I
And
think
what-
some of
but
those
what he
barriers are
shared-
starting to break a little when it
Right.
comes. Was he
But
an
no, this is
African
what
American?
he was African American. But
Okay.
what he told me was, he was like, I couldn't come in here like this. He literally, and it wasn't just him. I actually started noticing, the long dreadlocks, and there was more ethnicity in our representation
Right.
in the Pentagon than before I left. And it was literally like, it was blatant. It wasn't like low key, I'm gonna put a little highlight right here. It was like all highlight, mohawked out, like whatever.
Wow.
And then, cause I've been gone, so this didn't look like this when I left, what happened? And they were literally people that I talked to. They were like, we couldn't come in like this.
Yes.
But once we were established,
Yes.
once they understood who we were, what we brought to the table, and we are irreplaceable.
Yeah.
I wear what I want to wear. I'm gonna look like I want to look.
That's right.
And
That's
that
right.
never
As long as you keep that
changed
professionalism.
anything.
It's like
And they
tenure.
did.
It's like
Yes.
tenure.
Right.
If you're
Yes.
a professor and you have tenure, then you can't get rid of
Yes.
me because of how I look.
Absolutely.
If I'm part of a union and I meet
Yes.
whatever the union standards are, my union rep is going to fight for me.
Yes.
Although I come in here with a mohawk, you can't fire me for that or dock me or
Yes.
penalize me for that.
That's very
Absolutely.
true.
It's getting to the door.
It's getting.
Yes.
I actually hired somebody once. Full blown interview. Female, came in, professional, pantsuit on, the whole nine, looked good, professional, sharp, spoke well. Start tomorrow. Okay, great. Well, I should start on Monday, following week. She came back Monday.
Then they're like, no, you're right.
We know who she was. She was like, yes, how may we help you? I'm here to start work. Start work where? Tattooed. Her whole sleeves. When she came in, jacket, suit on, didn't see tattooed at first. Tattoos all up and down her arms, all across her chest. She had a low cut thing on. You can see the tattoos on her chest. She came in with just 2 earrings. She came back with 5 earrings. She
one
had exactly. She had a nice wig on. I guess she came back. The wig was gone, and what she had underneath, it just wasn't representative. I just like. Get your hair done, get your weave back, get your wig back, something. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, there has
her
to be a
attire,
balance,
her dress was
you
completely
know.
different.
Yes.
I'm like, but you came in all. It's
Right.
like.
Yes, and I mean, I can flip the switch on and off. You know, I'll get, when I talk on the phone, I'm talking professionally. Hello, this is Melanie Bryant. How may I help you? Yes, I can have this, I can have that. And then I'll walk in. This is usually shaved on the side a little better, guys. You know, add a little color in there, you know, and I do me. And they get, Ms. Bryant, that's me.
Right.
You know, because
She's black.
and I get that. You sound white on the phone. You sound white on the phone. You know, but we learn how to flip the switch on and off. And unfortunately as an educator for a lot of my young people, they haven't learned how to flip that switch.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna do me. I ain't gonna compromise. I ain't gonna sell
And
out.
that's
I'm just
what
gonna be how I am. They accept me the way I am.
Is it part of our educational curriculum to teach them this, though?
Of course not.
It isn't. It isn't.
But then
And-
that's where the parents come in. Because truthfully, there's the teacher's role, there's the parent's role. And a lot of times, we bring our kids to school, you raise them, send them back to me when they're 18.
That's true.
And parents are really not
That's true.
involved.
That's true.
So if you are involved in your child's life, there's what they call book knowledge and street knowledge.
There is a difference.
Street knowledge need to be taught by the parents. Book knowledge, you can leave that to the educators, because we don't know that math that y'all be doing nowadays anyway.
Common Core math.
We can't even teach you the educator part if we wanted to. But the
I'm
street
in your
stuff,
science class still making lava, making volcanoes.
Well, to a certain extent, but it should be together.
Yeah.
The school and the parents working
should be
together.
working together.
Then that's called a private school. It's not public.
Say, for
is.
example, if I have a young black man and you're driving, police officer pulls you over, I don't expect the teacher to say, okay, put your hands on 10 and 2, roll down the window, turn down the hip hop music, you know,
Right.
move
Yeah.
slowly. That's the parent's job. Look, boy, when they pull you over, I
everything was
understand, but you want to come home tonight.
But there's a different dynamic in the family structure as it sits right now in our
Yes,
houses.
there
That
is.
when you
There
have a
is.
lot of single females raising the children by themselves, they don't have the same amount of time or patience
Yeah.
That's true.
to exert with the
It
children.
is different.
And so I think this got to be something that we got to start trying to inculcate into our system.
That's why
It's
you
a-
got a
teach
radio
them.
show.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Metamorphosis. Mighty Morphin Powers. Power up now. You got your message to deliver.
Yeah.
B.O. is his superpower.
That's for Brian O'Neill.
Okay, Brian O'Neill. Okay.
Also known as B.O.
That's my superpower.
But really, that's where you really do come in into filling in that gap because they are a single mother. I'm either sit here and study and teach and train, or I'm going to go out and provide until
my kid,
a change comes.
Because it becomes a survival for a lot of parents. You know, I have to survive because I'm living from day to day, and I trust that the school system is going to take care of my child. Because when I was younger, my parents sent me to school and I was okay. Absolutely. And so it's that same mentality and that same mindset.
My child is in a safe place and
they're learning. They're going to do what they do with them,
and
I don't have to worry. And they come back home.
Right.
Safe and sound, alive.
Sometimes kids don't even come back home. You send your kid off to school,
and
they don't return.
They don't make it.
Go into the morgue.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's everybody's responsibility, and we can't. Even I think the biggest responsibility of the parents is if you can't get them to the place for the people that can.
Yeah.
Like like you have to, like you talked about the town hall meetings. There's your opportunity. It's right there. Even if the parents couldn't come, I would have got school buses and sent the kids out there. Like literally, those children have a voice. There's a young man in New York City that is talking about desegregation of schools and stuff, and he is carrying the march harder than anybody else. And I watched an interview where the mayor was saying, talking about this, that, or whatever, and him and his little board, and these are African American and Latino kids on their own board, saying, "We don't want to hear your speech. We want to see change."
That's right.
You telling us because you think that's what we want to hear, but we understand those are words. We need action. This is what we're looking for and what we want to do. This is what we deserve. So it's literally like that's the part that caused the media to step in and be like, yo, they just straight up told the mayor, shut the hell up and make change in a very polite way. Very respectful, but let me translate for you. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Because that's what they did with the president. When he went overseas, somebody took their shoe off and threw it at him.
Yeah,
I remember that. I remember that.
It's
Yeah.
like, I don't care what you're saying.
Now
be about it. Exactly. And
then
then time to reach down and get a second one.
Yes.
And I had a buddy who was over there, but he wasn't at that particular, but he was a part of the Secret Service, whatever. He was like, when it came back, he's like, heads were rolling.
Well, I can imagine.
He said they were rolling. And for them to go down and get a second shoe?
Yeah.
And ain't nobody move fast enough. Secret Service was like, let's see if we're going to do the second one. Act like you move slow.
Yes. He said, okay, that was the right one. Where's that
I
left
thought you were
one?
supposed to jump in front of the bullet, right?
But see, that wasn't a bullet.
But that's the problem. It's just a shoe.
Yeah.
It's just
Secret Service like, that was a flip-flop. That's a hush puppy.
Did y'all see that snippet on
Stacey
there?
Adams. It wasn't a Stacey or a Timberland, so anyway.
there was no
off.
imminent danger.
Yes.
That shoe had Velcro on
Exactly.
it. You can't get hurt from a Velcro shoe.
Man up, President, man up. Need to be able to take a shoe every now and then.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Excellent.
But we got to be involved. We got to be involved. We have a voice.
Yes. We do.
Whatever platform that God allows us to have, we need to use it to its fullest potential to be able to share the wealth, the knowledge, and the information that's been given to us, because our experiences, our education, our passion is given to us, not for us just to keep, but to be able to share with the world in whatever sphere of influence that we're in.
That's true. Because the people perish for a lack of knowledge.
That's correct.
And because, just still going back, when knowledge wasn't poured into us, we had to go out and find it for ourselves.
Right.
And,
That's when knowledge was power.
Yes.
Today, knowledge is no longer power, because guess what?
Yes.
There's the knowledge.
Yes.
Alexa, there's Google.
Echo.
There's the knowledge. So we got the
Siri.
knowledge right in front of us, but we don't apply the knowledge these
accessing
days.
it and trying to figure out what is the knowledge that you need and understanding it. Because when I come home, my knowledge is I work hard. I try to make that money. My mom's working hard, but she's not making ends meet. So I'm going to go out and hustle.
Right.
And I'm gonna get what I want. I'm gonna get what I need. And if I need to help my mom, that's my knowledge.
You're applying it. You're applying the knowledge.
So it's the right type of knowledge as well. So when I'm out here and I'm like, education, Ms. Bryan, education, we don't, you know, that's not what's putting food on the table.
Right.
That's right.
That's not what keeping them alive.
He on the street corner and
he's
he living
doing
large.
this.
He
Yeah.
doesn't even go to school.
Exactly.
He can't even read.
Yeah.
He can just count.
Exactly.
1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s.
Yes.
This is a nickel bag. This is a
Right.
quarter bag. This is a dime bag. And
I'm thinking like I
you
know all the
it's
presidents,
systemic.
Grant and
It was
Benjamin.
set up that way. It was set up that way, and it continues with that cycle. And it's like you said, it is so important for us to teach and try our best to give them the knowledge to say, hey, you know, this is the way it is in your neighborhood, but it doesn't have to stay this way.
But it has to be economic. See, we deal more with economic oppression than any other type of oppression.
That is true.
Like Mahatma Gandhi says, poverty is the worst form of violence. When people don't have something, that's when they go out.
that's when they get violent. That's when they steal, they rob, they kill.
Yes.
That's right.
Sure
If I have it, I'm gonna live my life to the fullest. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna enjoy my children.
Right.
But it's
No
the
harm, no
lack,
foul.
like you said, the lack of knowledge, the lack of knowledge on how to obtain things to stay out of poverty. Poverty also is written. Poverty is a curse.
Yes, yes, it is.
Right.
It is.
You know, well,
It really, it's a mindset.
it's a mindset.
Yeah.
It is.
That's the worst
That's
part
what
of
it
it.
is.
Yes.
And biblically, they talk about, you know, you've got to give, and it's not just giving financially in order, reaping
there's
a seed, giving the education, giving the information,
Yes.
giving the application. A lot of us are planting seeds, but we're not walking through seed time and harvest through the whole journey.
It has to be
like
a
it's
process.
there. The
Yes.
planning of it. Now you got to learn patience. It's
Exactly.
not going to happen overnight,
Right.
but
Yes.
just wait, cultivate
time.
it, which means keep studying, keep learning, keep reading.
Yeah.
Then
Water
as
it.
it becomes water it,
Mm-hmm.
expand. Don't just let it sit there, let it germinate and teach some others so that you all have a harvest to reap from. And then as it begins to take root and then begin to sprout, now is the time that you start to reaping. But don't just pull it up. What are you going to do with it? Where are you going to store it? Where are you going to keep it? How are you going to apply it? What are you going to make with it? What part of it are you selling and what part are you taking for your own? So
And
we're
reinvesting
good-
that seed and putting
and
more
doing
seed
it
in the
again.
ground.
So we're good at planting seeds, but we just stop right there with the planting, and instead of continuing on with the whole process of it.
And it's perfect that you said that, because when the word culture is from the French word cultivate. So what you just said is exactly what culture is. You got to germinate it. You got to
Water it,
trim it. You
plant
got
it.
to water it.
Prune it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your culture is
Take out the weeds.
Yeah.
is a direct reflection of how much income you have. If you look at a culture, say the Asian culture, you think cash, you say mathematics. You don't think of them as being impoverished. When we think of ourselves, we think of ourselves as being impoverished. We think of things like food stamps, welfare programs.
of the mountain.
So it's in a consciousness level that we got to raise above this conscious level. We got to train people to come above this conscious level,
Right.
not just to stay here in the muck and mire and think this is who we are. This
That's
is
true.
far from who we are
That's
on
right.
this planet.
Yes, you're
We've
right.
done amazing things on this planet.
We have.
We just bumped our heads. Our heads been bumped. We forgot.
Well, our heads not only bumped, they came in and whacked our heads. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot, you know, going into it, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all. But you think about after the civil rights movement, before the civil rights movement, we never heard of drugs like that in our communities. We get through the civil rights movement. Our leaders are dead, and now what starts to infiltrate our neighborhoods like no other.
That's what
Not
keeps
in
us
our neighborhoods, and it's to
trained and-
keep
yeah.
us at
Down.
a point
Yeah.
where we are not, and we can, but like you said, it is a mentality. We got to fight past that mentality.
Well, it also is history. When you look at the Opium Wars, when you go
That's
back
right.
to Britain and Japan, it was they used drugs
Right,
to take
to
away
control.
to take away your resistance, to give you escapism.
The opioid addiction
Yes.
Yes.
that we're facing now.
Yes.
We came in- we came in-
we go to jail. You get therapy.
Oh, of course.
But see, but the reality of it is, we need to recognize and understand that there are certain people out there that don't want us to survive, don't want us to
succeed
thrive,
and
don't want us
excel.
to succeed or excel.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's right.
I ain't gonna stop drugs from coming into the country.
It's
I
gonna
can't do
happen.
that.
Yes.
The government
Yes.
can do that. You know, military, y'all can do. I can't do that.
Yes.
Right.
So it's here. but what's my response to it?
Yes.
I can't control other people's actions, but I can control whether or not I sniff it or not.
Yes.
That's right.
Whether or not
That's
I put
right.
it in my veins or not.
Whether I sell it.
Whether or not I sell it or not.
To my brothers and
Those
sisters.
things I can control.
Those are controllables.
So
Are your
even
responsibility.
smoking it. I mean, you look at the hip hop culture, and this is a negative that I find with them. Is that everyone throws out this marijuana at us like, okay, well, this is what we do. This is part of our identity. You know,
It doesn't
but
have to be.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be. In Washington D.C., they legalized or decriminalized marijuana, but the companies haven't. So you still got to be drug tested to get the job.
You do?
So
Absolutely.
you're already
do.
creating a boundary. You already got black. You're already black.
Don't eat
You're
them
already going
poppy
into
seeds.
hip hop.
Right.
And now you
Yes.
create another strike. Well, I'm not going that job because I'm gonna keep my smoking my herb.
It's for my glaucoma.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's legal now, so I can do it. So yeah, you're not gonna go to jail, but you're not gonna get a
get
job.
caught.
either.
You're gonna get this
be-
job.
Yes.
So now you got to go rob somebody to keep food on the table, and now you end up going to jail.
Now
Yeah.
you go, yeah. Just keep this.
Where you
But
can't
you
get
got
no
to
weed no way.
transform the mindset. It really is a
So they got to be
transformation of the
informed and
mindset.
taught this
Yes.
to look at it from this perspective.
That's right.
Because I have cousins up there. I tell them the same thing. I said, man, y'all guys, y'all not looking at the bigger picture.
Yes.
Because
Is
y'all,
it the system is fair?
Yes.
You know,
It's like blinders.
It's an equal playing
It
field.
literally are blinders on.
well, we gotta look at what's our major resource that we provide to this country, and it's
Heroin.
labor.
labor.
It's always been labor, and it's labor to this day. We don't produce clothes, shoes, corn, anything.
I'll
Poppy
take
seed.
that back.
we-
Fubu was popular.
We didn't produce it. We put our names on it, but some other.
In China, man.
China.
manufactured it.
Yes.
Sorry, Sean John. I'm trying to help you
Exactly,
out.
huh?
It was
Amen.
for us and by us.
Yeah.
We just need you to make
Yeah.
it.
But it's nothing
Once it came to the States.
Right, it was not
Yeah.
made by us.
Right.
Except this is where
Not
our,
Mubu.
our economic comes from, our economy, our whole GDP, for lack of a better word.
Right.
When it's estimated to be 2021, it's going to be $1.5 trillion.
Wow.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
No.
When you look at the country of Turkey, theirs is only 1.8. So we got a small investment of a country right here. If we start looking at it as a national standpoint instead of individualistic, where okay, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to show you that I got this, and you're going to get this. If we compete, no other people's doing this. Right now, they're saying that a dollar comes into our community and it's gone in 6 hours. This is what
Yep.
Less
Black
than.
Enterprise says.
Yes. Got that candy lady on the corner.
You said
Yep.
that freeze cup.
Yes.
Don't y'all laugh at freeze
Yes.
cup. Auntie, let me tell you, that got me tickets to the movies, roller skating.
Yes.
My great grandmother had me selling freeze cups at an early age. But I think
Need to manufacture the freeze cup.
as
Yeah,
long as we
bring 'em
remember that to all of our viewers and to all of our listeners is our main responsibility is to show up.
Yep.
Literally, the education
Yes.
is there. The
Gotta show up to
seed
go up.
planters
Yes.
are there. There really are some people that are invested in your child's growth and economics and the
Yes.
legacy and the opportunity that change really can happen.
It can.
when we band together.
When we band together.
right.
It happens
Yes.
when we all
Collaboration over
unite
competition.
There's power in
and
numbers.
band together. And literally, it doesn't mean that all of us know exactly what to do, but there are at least 2, 3, 4, 5 leaders that are in position that will lead and guide us. God only asked one person to lead the children of Israel out, and that was Moses. They just needed to follow. It was their disobedience and their hard-headedness that had them travel for 40 years for a 2-mile walk.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're in the same epidemic of where they're the leaders there, but because of our own pride and selfishness and what do you say, my for and no more.
That's right.
We literally are just walking around in a wilderness state of
It don't
being
make sense.
where we don't have to be. So families show up
Yes.
so that we can show out. And literally, it's never ever too late to make a difference. What started many, many years ago, we are the ones to complete that change and to advance us all forward.
That's right.
Keep hope alive.
Yes.
Before we go, Brian, give us the name of your show, the time that it airs, and everything once again, please.
All right, the NOL Culture Show on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. I'm going to get a bigger spot.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tell them 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nude over lewd?
Nothing overlooked.
Oh, okay.
Nothing over.
Nothing overlooked.
You know,
I renamed it. Trying to get you some right. Nude over lewd. No. You better tune in. You never know what you're going to get.
nothing overlooked. It's
Howard
also,
Stern?
it's also the name of my cleaning company. Nothing overlooked.
How can people get services from your cleaning company?
You can NOL cleanings.com. That's my email, and also you can. I just got my NOL Facebook, so they can.
You mean NOL
Culture Show Facebook.
cleaning.com is your website.
It's my email address.
Well,
it's not.
what's the handle? You just say
Has to be
NOL.
Oh,
You say
Email.
NOLcleaning.com.
at gmail.com.
Okay, thank you. So NOLcleaning@gmail.com.
That's correct.
Okay, that we was missing was a Yahoo, Gmail, AOL, Bell
exactly.
South.
Hotmail.
Got it.
still use
NOLcleaning@gmail.com. And for you, your day and time of your show.
Yes, it is on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Excellent. And thank you for all that you do for the little crumb snatchers
Yes.
of the
Yes.
academic platform. And as soon as you finish with them, the parents going to drop them off at your place so you can
Educate
teach them.
Yes,
Teach
the
them
real
on labor.
education.
Yeah, I
Put
can
them to
explain
work.
it.
I was going to say, put them to work. Right, exactly.
And when that fails, send them
Yes.
to me. I got a belt.
Yeah. Don't ever send them to me. I ain't babysitting.
Earned today. Family, you're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media.
The voice of the community. Very good, y'all.
Excellent.
Man. Fit's on her way. They got another recording coming. We're done.
So they got
You press the button.
Did you turn
Broadcast.
off broadcast? It was still broadcast?
That's thing. Oh, you gonna
No, I'm
clean
going
the
to clean
table?
the table
Okay.
off.